practice is paradoxical. You're already what you seek, already enlightened, already free. So, what is there to practice? Yet practice is necessary, not to become something, but to recognize what you already are. The ego wants practice to be a path to achievement. Do this for 10 years and you'll be enlightened. Meditate this way and you'll transcend. But real practice has no goal, because there's nowhere to go, nothing to achieve. You're practicing recognition, not attainment. Daily meditation is foundational, not because sitting makes you spiritual, but because it creates space, breaks the pattern of constant doing, allows presence to emerge, even 10 minutes daily. This builds the muscle of awareness, weakens identification with thought. But meditation is not the only practice. Everything can be practice. Walking, eating, working, relating, any activity done with presence, with awareness. This is practice, not separate from life, but life itself, lived consciously. The practice is simple. Notice when you've drifted into thought, into identification, into suffering. Notice. This noticing is awareness, the awareness you are, recognizing itself, then return to presence, to now, to being. This is the whole practice. Notice, return, again and again. Most people complicate practice. They collect techniques, try different methods, search for the right teaching. But simplicity is more powerful. Just be present, just notice, just return. Nothing fancy, nothing complex, just this, again and again, until it becomes natural. Consistency matters more than intensity. Daily practice, even brief, transforms you more than occasional intense retreats, because practice builds neural pathways, creates new patterns, weakens old conditioning. This requires repetition, time, patience. Practice reveals resistance. The parts of you that don't want to be present, don't want to stop, don't want to see. This resistance is useful. It shows you where you're clinging, where you're identified, where you're stuck, not to judge, but to see, to release. Spiritual practice is not about becoming better. The ego loves this idea, but practice is about seeing through the one who wants to become better, recognizing the inherent perfection, the completeness that's already here. When this is seen, becoming stops, being remains. Some practices use effort, concentration, discipline. These have value. They train the mind, build capacity, but eventually you must release effort, rest in effortless being. This is the shift from doing to being, from seeking to finding, from becoming to already are. Service is powerful practice. When you serve without thought of return, without building identity, just responding to need, the ego can't survive this. Because there's no gain, no glory, no story, just love, expressing itself as action. Relationship is practice too. Every interaction is opportunity to stay present, to love without condition, to see the other as yourself. This is harder than cave meditation, but more transformative, because relationship triggers ego, shows you where you're still identified. Gratitude practice shifts perspective, from lack to abundance, from complaint to appreciation, not forcing positivity, but noticing what's actually here, what's actually good, what's actually working. This rewires the brain, creates new patterns, opens the heart. Self-inquiry is direct practice, asking, "Who am I?" not to get an answer, but to see that no answer satisfies, to recognize yourself as the question asker, not the answers, as awareness, not the contents of awareness. When you ask, "Who am I?" and really look, you can't find a solid self, just thoughts, sensations, perceptions, but no entity having them. This discovery is liberating. The self you thought you were protecting doesn't exist. So what is there to defend? What is there to fear? Body practices matter, yoga, tai chi, qigong. The body holds conditioning. Tension, blocked energy. Working with the body releases this, opens channels, allows energy to flow. Mind and body are not separate. Healing one helps the other. But don't collect practices like trophies. The ego loves to be a serious practitioner, doing all the right things, looking spiritual. This is another trap. Practice is not performance. It's not for others. It's for truth, for freedom, for recognition. Eventually, practice becomes so natural it's not practice. You're not trying to be present. You are present. Not trying to be aware. You are awareness. Not trying to be spiritual. You are spirit expressing itself. As human, as life, as this. Practice is the scaffolding, necessary for building, but eventually removed, when the structure stands on its own, when recognition stabilizes, when being becomes effortless, then practice dissolves into living, flowing, being. This is the fruit of practice, not achieving something, but being what you always were, freely, naturally, completely.